and today I'm reviewing my Dell XPS 13. This is the i7 with 16 gigs RAM and 512 gigs of solid state storage. So, first things first, we're going to go over the design. Now as you can see, this laptop looks fairly small, and that's because it is extremely small. It is literally the same size as an 11-inch MacBook. And then we'll open it up and look on the inside. So we have a fairly good, well-spaced keyboard, and it's black interior, which looks nice, but as soon as you get your fingerprints on it, you can rub your finger on it and it gets grease and build up, especially the trackpad, as you can see. One thing you'll probably notice along the bezels is there's hardly any bezels at all. This is a 1440 display, so you get crisp pictures, and we could show off like a 4K video here. Go ahead and play that. Get this focused. Here we go. So you can see each individual raindrop there, just crisp and clear. This display is probably one of the best parts of this laptop. Just let you watch this for a few seconds. Speakers on this laptop are pretty good. They're at full blast right now, so you have a pretty good sound. Not the best for laptop speakers sound, but it's most definitely not horrible. If you listen carefully, you can hear a slight buzzing when at full maximum volume, so go ahead and turn that down a little bit. This display is just gorgeous. It's not quite 4K, but if you go with the 15-inch, you can get a full-touch 4K display. Obviously, that would impact your battery greatly, so that's probably why they didn't include this in the 13-inch version. So we'll go out of that, and now we're going to go over some benchmarks. So we'll just open up Geekbench. That up. This focus is horrible. Focused, you can see the results. Okay, the results just came in, and we got a single core score of 3,719, and we got a multi-core score of 7,244. That's fairly decent. We're gonna get into a couple, see how fast this computer is. So opening everyday programs like Microsoft Word, Chrome. If you really want to use that, we'll try Excel, just a couple different programs. So first we'll start with Chrome, probably everyone's favorite browser. And it's loading. Loaded fairly quickly. Get this focused. And we'll try and visit a couple web pages. So first of all, we'll try Google. Reload this web page. www.google.com. Search that. As you can see, it's really snappy. This performance is mainly based on internet speed, but can depend on the computer too. Now we'll go ahead and search we'll put into another web page, and we'll try apple.com. I know this is kind of ironic, but we'll just do it anyway. So it seems to have a lot of pictures when you load it up. Load it up pretty quickly. Try some Star Wars Battlefront 2. Open that. This game is pretty old, so it's not very intense, graphics-wise anyway. See how quickly that opens. Fans are going about a full blast, if you can hear that. Try and get them to go full blast and then test the heat, how hot it is. stuff like that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and enter into our account. Just do a simple Camino battle. This should handle this game perfectly fine since it's obviously an old game. So we'll go ahead and Republic. Take a normal clone trooper. And we'll get the battling going. So the enemy is this way. See there's a turret. See the game is buttery smooth. No, I don't believe there's an FPS meter on here, but there's no stutter at all. And we died, so we'll go to a different game. This one is not going to run well. I already know this. Because the game requirements, it's kind of funny, but it's a Windows Store app. But the game requirements are 2 gigabytes of graphics RAM, 8 gigs of RAM, an i3 processor, and it takes up like 40 gigs of storage, so it will be pretty graphic intense. And there is a graphics meter, so we'll be able to see what frames per second we're getting. So while this game loads up, I'll pause the video, and we'll be back when the game loads up. Okay, so we're back. The game loaded up. We'll go ahead and choose our car. We'll go into some free play. And fans are kicking at full blast. We'll just go pick our good old, find it. Oh, there we go, Lamborghini. Do some sharp turns that'll probably cut the frames down a lot. There's major jerk. About 25 frames per second. When you're buying a lot of other cars, it seems to get really jerky and stuttery. As soon as you pass all the cars, then it gets a lot better. About 29 frames per second right now. So it's barely playable, and the settings are on very low. So as you can see, when you get close to other cars, it gets really, really jerky. So we'll go ahead and get back to some other apps, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so after we finished all those games, the computer seems to warm up right around the vents here. It's not actually very warm. It's easily touchable. It's just slightly warm. So the ventilation on this computer is pretty good. So now, as you can see, we have a SD card port, which is extremely nice when you want to put some footage of camera and stuff like that. You have a USB-A port, Kensington lock, so you can lock it to a desk or something. And then on the other side, we have just an AC/DC charger, and then we have a Thunderbolt 3, so you can use this for external graphics cards. If you find one compatible, you can even charge it off this port, so it's pretty nice. And then another USB-A port. You have a headphone jack, microphone combo jack, and then you have a battery indicator, so you can see how much battery. That is very, very nice. You would never realize how nice that is. You don't ever have to open up your computer to see the battery. Then we have a speaker over here, and then on the other side we also have a speaker. So on the inside we have pretty standard keyboard layout. It's very tactile. It has enough click. It's not super mushy, but as you can see, it processes a considerable amount. And then over here we have our trackpad. It's very fingerprint magnet because it's black, but it's kind of like a soft touch finish. It's got a distinct line saying this left, right button. Very, very accurate trackpad. And then we have our power button over here with a little light indicating whether it's on or off. If we just press it, the keyboard backlight, the button, the It'll go off in a minute. So you can see the keyboard already turned off. And at the top, we have our function keys. So we have an escape, and then we have a mute. We have a volume down, up, skip, play, pause, skip forward. And then we have a blank. That one's for changing displays, search, and we can also adjust the backlight lighting. We have our brightness keys and our network. So you should put in airplane mode and then insert and delete. And then also, if you go down here, we have an FN function key. So if you hold this down and press up on the escape key, there's a lock, and then you can make it so either these function keys are F1 is when you press it, and then function is when you mute. You function, and then F1 is mute, or you can change it around so it's just immediately mute without having to press the function key at all. So that's a pretty nice feature. As I mentioned, the display has a bezel-less display. It's about the best display I've ever seen, besides the XPS 15, which has a 4K touchscreen. One disadvantage of having a bezel-less display is that we have to have the webcam all the way down in the left camera corner. So it kind of gives us like looking up at you view, which is slightly weird, but it's all good. And then on the palm rest and around the keyboard has this carbon fiber finish. It looks really nice, but you have to keep it clean because if you just run your finger on it, it'll smear up and get kind of dirty, so you have to make sure to keep that clean. Also, the touchscreen is very, very glossy, so it'll get a lot of fingerprints. So that will pretty much wrap up my review. Thanks for watching. This has been the review of the Dell XPS 13, and have a great day.